Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin is finally getting a very small bounce, but you should really watch out for the next move. Let me show you why. First, you're going to see that yes, Bitcoin for the past couple of hours is actually able to get some kind of a very small push back towards the upside after touching almost exactly our daily and the monthly high time frame areas of support. And fortunately for me, right now, my long trade on Bitcoin is finally being in a very small profit. Also, the long trade on XRP is right now also being in a very small profit, but unfortunately, Ethereum long trade and also Solana long trades, yes, they're at least as of right now being still in the red. If Bitcoin is going to be able to get some kind of a push towards the upside in the next couple of days, definitely also we are looking for a push towards the upside on Ethereum and also on Solana, and in this scenario, both of those trades of course are probably also going to be back in profit. But right now, what you're going to see on the daily time frame that has been happening for the past couple of days. On the entire move down right here, of course, yes, we definitely already know Bitcoin hit a very important Fibonacci extension price target, the 1.618, at approximately 84,300 US dollars. And when we are paying attention to this 5-wave price structure, we always need to go also with the volume indicator, where we are right now going to see that definitely volume got a significant increase on the entire move down in the third elite wave. However, I would like to share with you something very interesting. Last time we have gotten such a high volume increase on Bitcoin was back in February 2025. Yes, Bitcoin was pushing lower, exactly as we are doing right here. Volume also got quite a significant increase right here, but yes, it does look like that if you would be buying exactly at this specific area, once the volume got such a high increase, you would literally be buying almost the exact high. Yes, then we got another push down, taking the liquidity below the low, some kind of a bounce, but also then another push down, another liquidity grab, and also another major push towards the upside towards another all-time high. So what would I right now say with this? It does look like that, historically speaking, when you pay attention to the volume, the area where we are as right now, at least in my opinion, could be a good area where we can be looking for another long or a buy position, of course with proper risk management, in a case we are going to continue lower. However, paying attention to the volume, it could right now mean Bitcoin right now already bottomed out, or simply if we are going to get another push down, we can still be looking for another long or a buy position at our next price targets. And later in the video, yes, I'm going to share with you exactly what is going to be our next high term time frame area of support, and also what is the level most people are right now paying attention to. However, what is going to be the first bullish Bitcoin indication I'm right now waiting for potentially to see to be formed in the next couple of days? We need to right now go on the 30-minute time frame because we simply need to talk about the market structure. There are 3 things I'm right now waiting for Bitcoin to get in the next couple of weeks. And of course, the first one is going to be local market structure change. So when we are right now going with our path tool, you're clearly going to see Bitcoin for the past couple of weeks has been forming lower highs and also lower lows. And right now, this right here, what we are seeing for the past couple of days with the entire bounce, it can still be simply another lower high and we continue lower. However, if we are going to be able to squeeze just slightly higher towards the upside towards 94,000 US dollar area above the recent highs, of course, in this scenario, Bitcoin is going to change the local market structure. In this scenario, we are going to get another higher high, potentially then of course also a higher low right here, and of course in this scenario, we might even be forming some kind of an inverse head and shoulders pattern. Left shoulder right here, head right here, and then also the right shoulder. And when we are going to potentially get this right here is definitely going to be the first major bullish Bitcoin indication. Unfortunately, as of right now, we are still not getting this, and this is right now why you still need to be slightly careful with your long trades on Bitcoin, XRP, pretty much on the entire cryptocurrency market. But of course, if we are going to continue lower, we can still be looking to add something to our long trades. And this is right now also why why I would really appreciate for you to smash up the like button, because 1000 likes are really possible. And also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Right now, let's actually talk about the second step I want to see Bitcoin doing in the next couple of days, when we can then say, okay, we have also gotten the second bullish sign of strength. Of course, we need to right now go on the daily time frame to talk about our volume levels. Remember yesterday I already shared with you the value area low coming in at 91,000 US dollar area. And this specific volume level is also going to be a very important one, simply because it also does align with the anchored VWAP coming in exactly at 92,000 US dollars. So what we can right now say, if Bitcoin does go above the volume level and above the anchored VWAP, if we are going to be able to change the local market structure on the 30-minute time frame, literally almost exactly at this specific area, all of those things combined are going to be a bullish Bitcoin indication, and definitely a major sign of strength. Then, of course, the next step, the third one, is going to be if Bitcoin is going to be able to see an average trend change looking at the exponential moving averages on the 1 hourly, 2 hourly, and also on the 4 hourly time frame. At least as of right now, the 50 EMA is still below the 200 EMA. So clearly right now, we are not getting this specific sign of strength. We are still moving in an average downtrend on the 1 hourly, on the 2 hourly, and also on the 4 hourly time frame. When potentially we are going to be able to get a bullish cross, bullish indication for Bitcoin, let's look for higher targets. However, as of right now, I also want to share with you what is going to be our next lower target, where potentially we can be looking to add something to our long trades, and of course also where our trading bots are going to be buying even more. At least as of right now, in my opinion, using the trading bots is one of the best strategies you can be doing, because they are literally going to be buying the dip, and of course if we are then going to get some kind of a bounce, they are going to be taking the profits for you. Nevertheless, what is right now going to be the first major price target you should be aware of, and of course also what exactly you should be paying attention to when we then also go with the relative strength index, or the RSI indicator. As you probably know, because of course I already shared with you the exact lower price target yesterday, you need to pay attention towards the daily and the weekly level at approximately 79 and 78,000 US dollar area. If Bitcoin right now does actually continue lower, we hit this specific price target right here, simply pay attention to the RSI indicator. And why is the RSI indicator, also of course in a combination with MACD, such an important signal you should be paying attention to? Simply because potentially we are going to get then, in this scenario, another lower low Bitcoin, but if the RSI indicator is going to be able to get a higher low right here, and also potentially MACD indicator also another higher low right here, it is going to be a regular bullish divergence. We are going to be trading at a very important level, which is then definitely going to increase the probability that Bitcoin potentially bottomed out, and we might be getting some kind of a bounce back towards the upside. So again, the first next target you should right now be paying attention to Bitcoin, simply 79 and 78,000 US dollar area. Now, another very important level I want to point out, and probably a lot of people are waiting for this specific price target, and that is actually one of the reasons why personally I'm not that big of a fan of, is going to be the area of approximately 74,000 US dollars. Exactly right here what you're going to see. It was the perfect previous all-time high, and also it was almost the perfect previous higher low right here. Which right now means if Bitcoin does continue lower, definitely we are also going to hit quite an important area of support exactly at our previous lows and our previous highs. However, I would say like that, because most people are right now paying attention to exactly this specific area, that is actually one of the reasons why personally I don't really like it. Yes, of course, if we are going to go lower and if we are going to hit this specific level, definitely we can still be looking to add something to our long trades right here. However, I would say like that, the first target, and of course also because we do trade from level to level, is first of all simply going to be 78 and 79,000 US dollars, especially if Bitcoin then also is going to be able to get some kind of a bullish divergence on the RSI, maybe even on the MACD indicator. And this is right now why, if you want to trade with us, make sure you're taking an advantage of the free 8,000 US dollar bonus without KYC and without VPN, with the second link down below right here, because BTC Exchange is right to giving to you 10 USDT completely for free only after you register to the first 300 people. Additionally, you're going to also get a 20% deposit bonus after you're going to deposit, but also if you want to copy my trading bots that as right now are dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin and Ethereum, you can also do so with this specific link. First of all, you register on Pionex, where of course you're also going to get a beautiful bonus, because the more you're going to deposit, the bigger bonus you're going to get, and then simply deploy the bots using this specific link. And yes, in my opinion, using the bots right now is one of the best strategies you can be doing. Both of the bots combined, at least as right now, they are being in approximately 1.2 thousand US dollars in a pure profit, and this right here, at least as right now, is literally passive income. They have been running for 1 day and 20 hours, so approximately, let's just say 2 days, and to be honest, I haven't need to do anything with them. They are buying the dip, and of course also when we are going to be getting a bounce, they're also going to be taking some very nice profit. So if you want to be using the bots, take an advantage of the free bonus using this specific link right here on Pionex, and then also deploy them using this specific link. Right now, let's also talk about another very important thing, which is definitely going to be the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. At least as of right now, this specific indicator, I'm actually even going to refresh the page right here, is still being at the 10 level. So this right here is definitely right up telling to us people right now are being in the extreme fear. Additionally, you can go with another website, which is going to be this one right here, and also you're going to notice right here, we are still being in the extreme fear. And usually when we are being in the extreme fear for such a long time, usually we then also want to get some kind of a bounce back towards the upside on the Bitcoin price. Last time we were spending such a long time at this specific area was back in May 2022. So if we right now go in May 2022, I do believe it was approximately at this specific area. Yes, for sure, Bitcoin then got, first of all, a push towards downside. However, even if you would be buying approximately right here, you would be buying very, very low. You're buying the dip. You're trying to buy low and sell high. And right now, buying where Bitcoin is as right now, it really does look like you're buying the extreme fear. You're buying when everyone is already liquidated and completely wrecked. And also, if you look like that, you're buying when the RSI indicator on the daily time frame is being in the oversold area. And usually, once we are hitting the oversold area, it is definitely going to be quite a nice level for us to be buying even more, and of course also for us to be potentially entering brand new long trades. Additionally, pay right now attention to some other indicators, because unfortunately, locally speaking, the Adler stochastic CG oscillator is not looking really that bullish. On the 4-hour time frame, yes, unfortunately, at least as right now, we are getting a double top pattern. This right here is a bearish indication for the Bitcoin price, because you're actually going to see right here, last time we got some kind of a double top pattern on this specific indicator. For example, right here, at least we got some kind of a push towards the downside. Also right here, some kind of a double top pattern. Bitcoin got some kind of a push towards downside. I'm not right now saying to you that we must get a major collapse, definitely not, but I would say generally speaking, a double top pattern is going to be a bearish Bitcoin indication. Additionally, what if we right to go with the RSI and also MACD indicator on the 4-hour time frame? Yes, also right here, we are getting some hidden bearish divergences. Higher high is right now being formed on MACD, and also on the RSI indicator on the 2-hourly, we are also getting right here another higher high. So unfortunately, locally speaking, as we have been saying throughout this specific video, we are not getting any sign of strength just yet. The first sign of strength is going to be if Bitcoin is going to be able to go above those specific highs right here. At least as of right now, we are not getting that. So potentially, we still need to be prepared for lower targets on Bitcoin, but fortunately for you, you know exactly what is going to be our first target. 78 to approximately 79,000 US dollar area. But of course, if we are then going to go even lower, simply we need to be paying attention for a lower low right here to approximately 74,000 US dollars. And also right here, something I want to mention. Ethereum, if Bitcoin of course also is going to go slightly lower, is going to hit another major area of support. Golden Fibonacci ratio aligning with the daily, aligning with the monthly, aligning with the anchored VWAP. Another very important and a major level is probably going to get hit on Ethereum literally in the next couple of days. This is right now why I am already positioned in a long trade on Ethereum, and if we are going to go just slightly lower, I'm going to be adding even more. But not only I'm going to be adding right here with my manual trade, the bot right here for Ethereum Ethereum is actually going to be buying the dip. So if you right now want to trade with us, first of all, take an advantage of the free bonuses using this specific link on BTunix, because only after you're going to register, you're already going to get 10 USDT. After you're going to deposit, you're going to get a 20% deposit bonus. But also, if you want to copy my trading bots, first of all, register on Pionex with this specific link. You're going to get some beautiful bonuses after you deposit, but also then deploy the bots using this specific link, because they're simply going to be buying the dip and selling on the bounce, taking the profits for us. And also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.